Greetings to you from Warsaw, Poland. My name is Victor Doctor and this is my podcast, Good Morning BSS World. Business support services, modern business services, outsourcing, offshoring, nearshoring, global business centers are my all business world. This podcast is to share with you news, secrets, comments, opinions, reviews, recommendations, interviews, and many other stories concerning the BSS industry. I am the head of Pro Progressio, membership, research, analytics, consulting, media and events organization located in Poland, where since 2012, together with my team, I run a lot of business initiatives supporting growth, knowledge exchange, development, communication, networking, and service suppliers recommendations. Welcome to my weekly show, which is presented to you every Sunday morning, Central European Time. Enjoy listening, and if you like it, tell others, share it, leave your opinion, or subscribe not to miss any of new episodes of this podcast. Here we are. Let's begin. Good morning, BSS World! Here we are. This is episode number 2. And today I'm going to tell you how to search for good location for BSS Operations Center. For some of you, this topic may be very obvious. For some of you, perhaps more educative. So let's see how it will go. This can be either BPO or shared service center. It does not matter if you prefer to work in outsourcing or in-house business model, but in most cases for setting up the operation center, requirements are similar. Here are few questions you need to ask yourself. Why do I need to build an operation center? What functions it should deliver? How big it should be? In what languages it should operate? How fast it should be built? Am I experienced enough to build it on my own, or do I need external support? And finally, where to locate it? As you can see, there are a lot of questions to be asked before you ask the last one, where to locate your operation center. But let's assume you have all answers and now you need to choose a site. Where do you start? You can take a map of the world and take a look on all continents, and having in mind answers to your initial questions, start shortening your list of potential locations. First, you will create a long list, later the short list, and finally, you will choose the one perfect location, your city, your business site. So, here are some tips to have in mind during your search process. 1. Having in mind function of the center, skills of employees, required size and timing, a lot of things will clarify. Why? First of all, big centers most probably will be located only in big cities. Secondly, multi-language centers probably will be located only in Europe, as this is the only region in the world where you can find people speaking nearly all world languages. Thirdly, if you want to build your operations center fast, you will need to look for cities where office infrastructure is already in place and not under construction or planned. Finally, after analyzing what your competition does in certain locations, this can give you a feeling of what can be done in such location and what may not be so obvious. Secondly, start from people. This is very important to analyze the human potential of the city where operation center should be located. We are in 2019. A lot of things can be automated and run by robots, but believe me, still we need people to work. So focus on people. Once you are happy with the availability of human resources, you can take another step. The second step is to check the availability of the office spaces. You have many options. You can start with co-working area, go to the serviced office, or choose a dedicated office space in one of the office buildings. Whatever you do, most probably at some stage you will go to your own office. Where the office buildings are located in the city, how big they are, Who is the group of other tenants? How is the city transport organized in the neighborhood? Those are the questions which you need to answer looking for your office space. Then thirdly, salaries. Yep, the biggest cost of business are salaries for your employees. So besides the knowledge of how many people are available in the city, it is good to know what is the level of salaries on positions you'd like to create in the center. There are many HR agencies who can deliver you the correct and up-to-date data. So focus on salaries, but also all other costs related to them, like insurances, benefits, employee taxes, etc., etc. Another step is to check the legislation, taxes, grants, and any other, let's say, legal and financial elements which will hit you once you start your business running. There are huge differences between the countries and also between the cities when it comes to business running regulations. So focus on legal and tax environment. Then, it is good to check the international logistics. Not always, but in many cases, business owners want to have a fast and direct connection with the nearshoring or offshoring operations center. So having that in mind, focus on logistics. Check if the city has an airport, how it is connected with other cities, how long it takes to get there, etc., etc. If you do not plan to visit your center very often, make sure to also focus on cities without airports. In many cases, there are cheaper and with higher employees' loyalty, what has impact on business stability. Okay, the list is much longer, but those just mentioned are a must to be checked. Who can help you in those analyses? First of all, you. Create a team, let your people do the job, but if you do not have enough experience, know-how, or you just do not have time for it, use external support. And those are consulting agencies. It can be one of Big Four, but also smaller boutique advisors. In many cases, smaller guys have a lot to say and can act faster than their bigger advisory friends. HR agencies. They can help you to get the best overview of the salaries. Not every agency can provide you answers to all types of jobs you want to create, so you need to ask proper questions to them before you choose your right partner. Real estate agencies. Those guys can help you in finding the office, negotiate terms of leasing, arrange space plan, and many other things. Very, very helpful. City authorities. I suggest to visit them directly and get the feeling of how the city works with investors like you. At the end of the day, it is good to have support from them. Country authorities. In most countries, there is an invest-in agency. They can also provide you with a lot of valuable information. The above, of course, is not a complete list, but in my opinion, the absolute minimum. So, once having collected all data and information, it is your job to make a final choice. This is you, your CEO and board of directors who make a choice. You can listen to advisors, but at the end of the day, this is going to be your center, which will work for you and make money for you in case of outsourcing model, or optimize your costs in case of shared service model. If you want to be up to date with what is happening in BSS industry, you can download the Outsourcing and More magazine. It is free of charge and we issue it every second month. On January 2020, there will be 50th edition of the magazine. Hope you will like it. Here we are, the end. This is what I had for you in this episode number 2. Enjoy your weekend and the coming business week. Thank you for being with me today. This was Good Morning BSS World podcast, and my name is Victor Doctor.